Look out, people! Here come the Miami Dolphins. No, I'm serious. With an epic comeback victory over the Baltimore Ravens in Week 2, the Dolphins improved to 2-0 on the young season, making them one of just a half dozen teams still undefeated in 2022. And at the risk of reading too much into a 2-game sample, this revamped club has put the NFL on notice. So why is optimism starting to build in South Florida? Let's take a look. Sit back, relax, and take this in. It's hard to compute the Dolphins being a legitimate contender because, well, it's unusual. With the New England Patriots running roughshod over the AFC East for the better part of the last 2 decades, before eventually getting usurped by the powerhouse Buffalo Bills, Miami has made the playoffs just twice in the past 20 years. Furthermore, the Dolphins haven't advanced beyond the divisional round of the playoffs since 1992. As for their last Super Bowl, that came in 1973. This franchise, to put it bluntly, has been an afterthought for a long time. Suddenly, however, following a transformative offseason in which they hired a new head coach and added some impact talent to their offense, the Dolphins find themselves in unfamiliar territory. They look legit. Well, to be fair, the Dolphins have actually been trending upward since the middle of last season, having now gone 10-1 over their last 11 games. But while it was easy to dismiss their second-half surge in 2021 as a team with nothing to lose, stringing together some wins against mostly lousy opponents, it's not nearly as easy to write off Miami's 2-0 start in 2022. Yes, it's a small sample, but by virtually every meaningful metric, from point differential to simple rating system, the Dolphins have been one of the top teams in the NFL this year, largely thanks to a refurbished offense that looks like it could be among the game's best. With a wideout core anchored by second-year phenom Jalen Waddle and key offseason addition Tyreek Hill, plus a brand new committee of running backs led by newcomer Chase Edmonds, the Dolphins' offense is loaded with playmakers and exceedingly difficult to stop. 2 weeks into the season, the Dolphins sit in the top 5 in the NFL in points and total yards. And if the early returns are any indication, this infusion of talent may facilitate a full-on breakout for Tua Tagovailoa, who quietly put together a 13-8 record through his first 2 partial seasons as Miami's QB, and now looks poised to take his game to the next level. Following a career-best 469-yard, 6-touchdown performance in Week 2, in which he erased a 21-point deficit in the fourth quarter to propel Miami to an unlikely victory, Tagovailoa leads the NFL in passing yards and passing touchdowns. Heading into Week 3, the Alabama product has also completed a career-best 71.1% of his pass attempts while managing a QB rating of 116.5, a top 5 mark in the NFL. And he's done that despite some key injuries to Miami's offensive line that have resulted in him getting pressured on more than a quarter of his dropbacks. Again, it's early, but Tua, who's gotten plenty of flack throughout his career for his persistent injury woes and less than elite arm strength, is on his way to silencing the haters. And speaking of the haters, it's worth pointing out that both of Miami's victories have come against solid teams. The Patriots, whom the Dolphins defeated 20-7 in Week 1, were a playoff team last year in their first season with Mac Jones under center, and no team coached by Bill Belichick is ever an easy matchup. As for the Ravens, they're 1 season removed from an 11-5 finish and came into the 2022 campaign with better Super Bowl odds than all but 8 other teams. And while Tua and the Dolphins offense deserves the lion's share of the credit for that, the aggressive play calling of first-year head coach Mike McDaniel has also been a key factor behind Miami's hot start. Memorably, with the first half winding down in the Dolphins season opener, McDaniel's decision to go for it on 4th and 7 from New England's 42-yard line paid off major dividends, with Tua hitting Waddle for a game-changing TD.
McDaniel's, he's going to need a wheelbarrow, man, for his nuts to carry around, man, because he got a lot of cojones, you know what I'm saying? So, let's see call by him.
Then, in Week 2, as he navigated Miami through their epic comeback, McDaniel again impressed his troops with his intrepid play calling. As Hill put it following the victory, it was like he was out there playing Madden. Now, will McDaniel and Tua and co. be able to keep the good times rolling against the Bills in Week 3? Well, that's a tall task. The Bills are arguably the best team in the conference, maybe in the entire NFL. Regardless though, for the first time in a long time, the Dolphins are poised to be more than an also-ran in 2022. And if the first couple weeks of the season are any indication, they may even have a shot to snap one of the longest active Super Bowl droughts in the NFL. What say you though? Are the Dolphins for real? Or is this just a hot start for a middling team? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. As always, we appreciate you. We'll see you next time.